From Las Vegas, it's Let's Talk News Now with Rick and Ella.
And welcome, Las Vegas, to Let's Talk News Now. It is Friday, ladies.
Woo!
There we go. We're getting ready for the weekend.
Friday.
You know, isn't it great when we get to start drinking at 7:30 in the morning because our day's over? No.
Water. Yes.
Water in fancy glasses.
Yes, exactly.
With olives.
He really has coffee in here.
Irish coffee.
Look,
light on the coffee, though.
If Yoda and Kathy Lee can have wine on at 9.
But they sip so little. I don't even think it's getting to their heads until like perhaps afterwards. So.
I think they have coffees and Baileys in their drink.
Oh yeah,
that's what
it's always back to the booze with us.
Yeah.
Love it.
We're in a pub.
We're in Vegas, why not?
This is
I
true.
think that's why we're
Inside
like
the Queen Victoria pub, at the Queen Victoria pub, inside the Riviera, on the wonderful Las Vegas Boulevard.
Yeah.
That's where we tape on Mondays. We have an absolutely fantastic time.
There you go.
Real quick question for you, and that is that now that what's gone on in Aurora is starting to go through the final steps, funerals and so on are taking place. Is what occurred, is it going to change your life, Valerie? Are you going to, movie theaters, closed environments, is that going to change what you do or what you're thinking? She's laughing. No.
I was telling you earlier, I'm bringing my own little weapon there,
Just back
but
in
then
now.
that's changing. I mean, did you go with weapons before to other places?
No.
No, I mean, like,
I'll probably bring a taser if anything.
Yeah.
Just in case,
or a stiletto, as Kim was saying.
Hey, they're good weapons.
There you go.
Here's my concern.
She's like, bring your weapons.
Here's my concern. When this country faced its first major terrorist attack in a very long time, which is 9/11, a little over a decade ago, immediately there was just, in my opinion, overkill. 7 or 8, 9, 10 guys turn around and pull a stunt. It devastated New York, no ifs, ands, or buts. But all of a sudden, what do we have from that? Well, let's see. We've got TSA. We go to war. There's billions of dollars spent. Thousands of body bags coming back. So on and so on and so on. Now what are we looking at here? Are we looking at, okay, you go to the movie theater, everything's going to be patted down? Are we going to start having, 12-year-old kids going to a fair and all of a sudden that's going to start setting everything all up? Is this just, every time one person does something stupid, does that mean we change our entire society for it?
We don't
There's
have
314 million people in this country. One idiot does something and we're all going to change.
We don't have to, but it's just the natural instinct to do something when you don't feel safe. Because think about it, if your house gets broken into, what are you going to do? You're going to get security. You're going to make sure you lock your doors at night. You're going to change your behaviors as a result of something having, obviously I think overkill, but then also another thing is copycats.
Well,
one person does something, who else might do something
And to me, that's
afterwards?
living in fear.
Well,
to me, that's living in fear. What you're doing is you're going to keep readjusting and readjusting, and all of a sudden more and more civil rights, more and more independent rights are lost to more government bureaucracy, to more law enforcement choices, to so on and so on, and we start losing.
So my fear is this, that they're going to change our Second Amendment rights. Because I did a little bit of research on this, and truthaboutguns.com, they posted, and I don't know how accurate this is, but I know in Colorado you can carry, but at Cinemark theaters, you cannot unless you're a law enforcement officer. Guess who wasn't paying attention to the sign at the door that said, don't bring firearms inside? The bad guy.
Of course.
So, if you make all of these changes, and we're not allowed to protect ourselves, the bad guys and the criminals don't listen to those rules. They don't pay attention to those rules. So, my fear is that the changes that are going to come about are just going to make it less safe for us. And I think you're right, you do change your behaviors if something bad happens, but they're for the good, in a way. I mean, really, if you think about it, you should be aware of your surroundings. You shouldn't be afraid to live, but you should be aware of what's going on around you.
Times have changed, so it's not like before when it was safe. As a matter of fact, somebody commented on my Facebook that if it was a Muslim person that did that, they would be considered a terrorist.
Well, I think it was.
I think he's a terrorist, period. He's trying to create terror.
Yes, but because he's American, he was not labeled a terrorist.
It was a terrorist act, that's for sure.
Oh no, it's going to change things. And it might change things even further down the line for generations. We may not be alive to see the real full impact of things done now and the backlash for it in the future.
I'm sure, again, this conversation is not going to go away. We'll be having it again. Ladies, thank you as always. We're going to take a short break. When I come back, we have a fantastic entertainer with us. Mark Jovi will be here with us on Let's Talk News Now. Grab another cup of coffee, come on, sit down and enjoy it.